Welcome to the Panglao Integrated Tourist Data Management System, a web-based platform designed to streamline the collection, reporting, and forecasting of tourist accommodation data. It replaces time-consuming manual reporting with an easy-to-use web-based solution. What once was confusing and time-consuming can now be done clearly in just minutes. Now, let's walk through how the system works.
First, visit the Panglao ITDMS.com. Click Sign Up for registration. Enter your email and verify it first. Please check your email inbox. Click the Verify Email button. Click Continue Registration button and fill up all the requirements. Enter your contact number, your establishment name, enter the registered owner, also the date established. Create password. Select region, province, municipality, and barangay. Select what type of accommodation and total number of rooms. After that, click Create Account button. Please wait for the admin approval. Once your account is approved, an email confirmation will be sent to your inbox. Once your registration is approved, you can now log in to the system. After logging in, you'll see the welcome page and system overview. You can also download the Tourist Arrivals Monitoring Ordinance. Now, go to the data entry section. For users using smartphones, tap the menu button in the upper left corner to navigate to other sections. You can customize the room names, however, let's carefully plan the naming strategy. Long names, such as First Floor Room 101, can be difficult to read and may reduce clarity. Instead of using long names like First Floor Room 101, consider a shorter format such as F1RM 101 for better readability and clarity. After that, secure to click Save Room Names button. The same setting will be applied across all months. Let's try to input sample guest in room 101 January day 1. Click Add Guest button. There are two arrival types, new arrival and continuing stay. Choose new arrival. Choose if male or female. Input their age. Please select the guest's marital status. If the guest does not provide this information, choose Prefer not to say. Select nationality. Then choose date for said departure. For example, checkout date is February 20th. Next, secure to click Save button. As observed, the system automatically fills in the following days from the selected arrival day. As you can see, no color is displayed at day 20 because the guest has already checked out on that day. If you click the green button, this modal display is only view mode. You can only edit or delete from their arrival day. You can add multiple guests to a specific room by clicking the Add Guest button. For now, let's just have one guest in this room. The summary indicates that the guest check-in on day 1, with the subsequent days recorded as 0. The overnight stay is counted as 1 up to the checkout date. What if another guest checks in to the same room on a different day? For example, let's add another guest on day 3 in room 101. Select female. Input age. Choose marital status and nationality. Set checkout to February 20th. Then secure to click Save button. As you can see, there are 2 guests in the same room on day 3 to February 19th. What if the guest decides to check out earlier than their scheduled checkout date? To update this, click the Edit button and change the departure date to the day the guest decides to check out. For example, if the guest checks out on January 6th instead of February 20th, change the departure to day 6. And don't forget to click the Save button. As you can see, on day 6, only one guest remains in the room after the other guest has checked out. Here's another scenario. What if the guest wants to move to a different room? For example, transferring to room 102 on day 10. First, edit the guest's record on day 1 and change the departure to day 10. Then, on day 10 in room 102, add the same guest details again. And select Continuing Stay for the arrival type. As you can see, room 102 turns blue on day 10, indicating the start of a continuing stay. Here's another case. A loyal guest stays from day 1 to day 5 and returns on day 7. Let's see how to handle this in the system. First, input the guest on day 1 and set the departure to day 5. Then, on day 7, input the same guest details again. And select New Arrival, since the guest is returning after a gap. What if a guest is long-term stay? For example, 2 years. Here's what to do. Set the departure to the last day displayed, since the system only allows 1 year at a time. Choose the last day displayed. That completes the first year of their stay. Then, for the next year, enter the same guest in the same room. and select Continuing Stay for the arrival type. Since the guest is staying for 2 years, just add them here again for another 1-year stay. And don't forget to set the arrival type to Continuing Stay. Now, let's submit the form. Double-check everything first. Because once you submit it, you cannot submit it again. Important note: submission of monthly reports starts on the first day of the following month, and must be completed no later than the 10th day of that month. Next, go to the Submission Record section. You'll see the total check-ins, total guests staying overnight in occupied rooms, average guest nights, average room occupancy rate, average guest per room, and total guest by nationalities. Next, you'll find the User Statistics section. This is where your guest information is summarized and displayed for easy reference. Monthly check-ins line chart. Monthly metrics table. Guest demographics of guest check-ins. And ranking of guest arrivals by nationality. Next is your profile section. You can see here your basic information, company details, location details, and accommodation details. You can also edit the number of rooms. Then it will automatically adjust the number of rooms in the monthly reporting format. Next, you'll see the Panglao statistics section. The orange line indicates the predicted number of guest check-ins across all accommodation establishments in Panglao for the upcoming 6 months. Now, switching to 2024, we can see the comparison between the predicted versus actual guest check-ins shown by the blue line. This forecast was trained using historical guest check-in data from January to December 2022, including also from January to December 2023, and also including from January to May 2024. These are the influencing factors included in forecasting model training, like peak seasons, Philippine holidays, holidays from the top 10 countries who visit Panglao, weather and inflation rate in Bohol. The forecasting model achieved an accuracy of 94.14%, based on the comparison between the predicted and actual guest check-ins. So, this is the prediction for the upcoming 6 months. You can also click the link below to learn more about how the forecasting model is created using AI models. You can see here all the technical evaluation. If you scroll down, you can see the monthly metrics table. You can also export this table into Excel file. There's also a table for guest demographics of guest check-ins. There's also the ranking of guest nationalities. Lastly, the help and support section. You'll see the contact number, email, office address, and office hours. And also the video demonstration of Panglao Integrated Tourist Data Management System. That's the end of this demonstration. Thank you.